Hi, one more today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue now back on our mark of chain. So we talked 2 days ago about 可歌可泣 is the kind of effect of an artwork or a story, a narration, right? That can make people sing, make people weep. We call it affective. That's how I translate it. So now we have weeping. This is silent cry. And continue with the weep character, 喜极而泣. Well, today's pronunciation is not that easy to say because you see this, we have the E sound, it's short. And we have this weird Chinese consonant, 喜, and this third sound and make it even harder. So I guess this is a hard one for you guys. 喜极而, okay, it's easy, I guess. Just curl your tongue and 气. Okay, so this pronunciation system, so when we mark it this way, for a Western, for English speakers, this doesn't make sense. I mean, 极 probably you can make it maybe 日, right? But this, how can you say it? It's similar to S2E175, right? But here it's you do something with your tongue to mess with it so that it's not the sound, the breath doesn't go through unobstructively. You kind of spread out, wet and fatten your tongue, so it kind of block the air channel, and so it sounds like, instead of 嘶, it sounds like 吸, and like your mouth is wider too. Okay, 喜极而泣. Okay, we have 嘴喜, came from this character. You can see it's pretty faithful, high fidelity to its original form, right? Everything's there. And basically this top portion, you can view it actually like three segments. But I mean, scholars, when they were explaining it, it's only saying, okay, the top portion is drum set, and the bottom is mouth. But to me, to my eyes, now I look at it, you have a 3 segment. This segment is the plant growing. And then this is the drum set. And then the bottom is the mouth. That makes sense, right? Life is good. You have plant, you have your crops are growing. So that means money coming and no starvation. You have food production and you can sell those back then, I guess. And drumming, you even have the leisure time to take up an instrument, drum it out, create a merrymaking thing, and laughing mouth at the bottom. That's joy. As simple as you have your income and then you have time to enjoy music. As simple as that. That's joy definition. Okay, 极 is extreme. Okay, this is a little bit abstract. I'll try my best. The left side, we have seen the symbol a lot of times. That means a tree, right? It's a canopy. Well, in contemporary tree, we don't do this up portion going this way. It's hard to draw, right? So when we write, we simplify it to horizontal straight line, and then across, basically across, and then left and right stroke. So it's kind of capture this, but a simplified version, right? No arches, concave, convex shape anymore. And okay, so this is our tree. It's standing tall. This is our grass. It's close to the ground, right? Visually, it justifies. That means a tall tree. And then on the right, okay, the top portion is a person figure. So we have this, we're starting from this. And then there are this deformed or transformed, the different positioning of this person. So this is kind of looking like this, and this side is longer, like carrying over to all the way to the ground. I mean, back then it's possible because a person's clothing back then could be really, really long sleeved. And so if this person is standing tall, that's going to really long sleeved going that way. But okay, when we continue on the icons here, the last one, this sign, this is our three finger hand. So this is a hand. It's kind of right next to the person. Explanation is this is somebody reaching out, catching up to the person in front of you. So this is like reach. Your hand is on another person. That's the kind of reach. Okay, so we have a wood on the left and we have reach on the right. What does that mean? Okay, this related to the construction of housing construction back then. We don't have the contemporary technology apparently, so it was wooden structure. Things are built with wooden frames. I guess in the West too, like there, but I mean, I'm not a specialist in that field, so I have no clue. But the basic structure of Chinese frame, if you look at the wooden, we have a big beam, like the center, the highest point in the house have highest beam, right? If you look at the side views, okay, so we have one on top and then two on the side, three, and then wider and wider, and then the roof, right? We have this kind of flying roof, wingspan roof look sometimes. So that's a decorative, but the structure, the bones, the skeleton of the housing is like a highest point is the beam. So that ji was originally means the highest point of the beam. It carries the most weight of the roof, and also that's the what you can reach furthest in your house. That's the highest point. So in that sense, it becomes the limit, the upper bound of your reach. So that's the extreme. So you have joy, extremely joy, right? Art, we talked about this before. It depicts the beard, mouth. It's about talking, and this becomes a commonly used connector word that can be continuation of the same concept and or the negation. So can have a message twist. I guess here I should translate as but, because we have joy, but you weep, right? That's like a twist. That's a surprise. When you joy, you're supposed to smile. But sometimes when you're extremely joyful, you end up crying. That's universal, right? That's a human mechanism of when you experience extreme joy. Tears are dropping down. So I guess, and this is understandable. Like sometimes we do that. We have joy and crying at the same time. So it's and connecting this two motions together. Okay, so simply tears of joy. I guess this expression long established in English as well. So both Eastern and Western have the same observations of humans when we are overspilled with our joy. Our the most emotional expression is to things falling from the eyes. Okay, so here I want to point out an interesting thing that I observed while doing this episodes. Okay, we have joy, right? It comes from drumming, plant, farming, drumming, smiling, right? That's the image of joy. And le, this is our le original form. It's music making. So basically it's a wooden frame at the bottom. And then we have drum sets. All of these are drum surfaces in the middle. So it's like, it looks almost like this thing, right? But of course it's simplified. So it's a drum set on a wooden frame, music making, and that's our happiness. So joy, happiness, both are related, have drum set in the middle. So I guess drumming back then is a lot of, in today's concepts, positive energy spreading events. So that's the moment when you are supposed to experience joy and happiness. And this, I just put a contemporary commercialized rendering of the ancient, supposedly ancient music making scene with drum sets, with this kind of tiny little gong thing, I guess, at different pitches. So these are the rhythm portion, and then we have 丝竹. So this is a 丝, so long string. It looks like 古筝 that I happen to play as well. Pluck string instrument, and then 竹 is this bamboo making tubes. So this is wind instrument. So we have the wind, this is 竹, and we have 丝, this is pluck string. And this is the kind of music making in the front ground, right? And then the background is this drum set. All right, catching into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.